Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie. This reading will be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. A couple of things to the folks that are new to tarot. Just know that not every single reading that's dropped with your sun sign attached to it actually will resonate with your life. Just use your discernment. If you feel like a reading is not yours, just discard it completely. Never get offended by it. And don't make a story for your life that just isn't what it is. I'll also pull cards like King, Queen, Emperor, and Empress. So if we take those to be related to gender, it's only going to be right about 50% of the time. Instead, each of those cards will describe a personality, and you'll definitely know who we're talking about. If you need to book a private personal, the information's in the description of the video. I also offer a membership, and of course, anyone who's a member gets discounted readings. If you'd like to check out the perks for that, you can just hit the join button below. It'll show you the membership tab of the channel. So I'm just taking whatever comes out. We'll clarify everything with the tarot. And in the end, I'll grab some advice. Some folks are brand new to the tarot, and it really depends what you're here for. I'm not really your typical reader, so my readings are meant to make people more self-aware and to help them where they can change things. So if you're a really sensitive person and you don't want to take accountability or be held accountable, this probably won't be your reading, and it's best if you just kind of click out now, because I'm not here to offend or hurt anyone, and if you're not there, I respect that. I've been there before. Crosswatchers are welcome, but only with the intent to find out how somebody is actually feeling about them so that they can change their ways in a relationship. Be careful not to offend any other Cancers in my comment section. I get a little feisty. Okay, so we have Wanderlust of the Spirit. I follow my spirit on its wanderlust. Guided by intuition and character, I trust myself to journey freely. We have in their head overthinking, stressed, or overanalyzing. Balance spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. And dependency. Excessively relying on other people or substances to meet emotional, physical, and psychological needs. The overall energy is the Queen of Swords. I have the 10 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, the 8 of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, the Emperor, Aries energy, the Ace of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 6 of Wands. Somebody wants to talk about an ending here. I don't feel like this is somebody that, you are like in a relationship with. I feel like this is deeper than that. This is somebody that you're connected to deeper. It could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. For some of you, this could be your child, because I have the Emperor energy here, whether you're male or female, and then a Queen of Swords. Somebody's hurt and confused by someone else's actions here. Or maybe both people are hurt and confused. See, kind of here's the thing, is like, there's someone that I think is coming around and they want to talk. But this is somebody who hurt you. But right now, this person is going through a really confusing time. I feel like they've been really working at, I want to say, another relationship in their life. And it's just not working out. Now, here's what it is that I think that you may have tried to warn this person about their own energy towards another person. Like, you could have seen that they really were like very dependent upon this person, and you could see how bad it was going to hurt them in the future. And I think that currently they're going through what you warned them about. You may have even like prophesized what it was. And that's because one is, whoever this Queen of Swords is, you really, really know this person. Like the back of your fucking hand. That's why I feel like this is somebody's like best friend, child, sister, something like that. You know what I mean? Like, you really, really know this person and how out of character they were becoming over another relationship. They may have started acting funny towards you. They may have started doing things that you considered gaslighting. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I mean this, like I think that somebody here had someone in their life that made them make a decision between you and them, realistically. And in the situation, they may have made this person feel like you were not looking out for them and did not want what was best for them. You get what I'm saying? And so this person actually made the decision to hurt you. And they knew it would hurt you. That's the biggest problem here. Now, in the moment, they may have wanted to. There could have been a discrepancy between you and this person, and it's because you tried to tell them something they didn't want to hear. They didn't want to hear it. But it was the truth. There could be a person in their life who excessively depends on other people. I'm kind of getting that person being in control of this person and this person allowing it. It's like this person wants to show up for this other person in a way that they can depend on them, but they weren't understanding that it's excessive, it's too over the top. That, to you, whoever this other person was, they should have been able to do like 50% of whatever was going on. You could have been seeing this as like, I'm kind of getting the energy where it's like, you're watching someone wait on someone hand and foot, do whatever the other person is asking, but also putting themselves on the back burner. You get what I'm saying? So it's like really watching someone do too much, make themselves too available. I want to say that you were seeing this person as making themselves a doormat for someone else. And when you tried to express this to them, it was completely out of love. But it didn't go the way that you thought. And now this person is, it's like they're actually being hurt by the person that's around them. I think that whoever they're dealing with doesn't care what they do. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like whoever this Queen of Swords is, they're always almost like making up an excuse for the other person. You know what I mean? Oh, well, they're not mentally well. Or, oh, they had a really hard upbringing, so this is why they act like this. Or, oh, this person's been through a lot and I don't want to put them through more. I need to be their emotional support. I need to be everything that they need. Well, this person actually wasn't capable of showing up for the Queen of Swords. And I think that you tried to warn this person. Now they're stressed and they're overthinking it because everything that you fucking said is absolutely true. They're in a relationship with somebody who is consistently gaslighting them, playing around with other options. They don't care what they're doing to this person. While the other person's working really hard to, I think, help this person overcome, the idea that this other person has been wounded and hurt a lot. I think that maybe this kid was, I feel like it's a kid. This is somebody younger than you or someone that you felt really needed advice to you so they could just be childish in nature. Like they couldn't take the warning. Now, what's really interesting for you here, though, is that I feel like you almost didn't expect them to. You knew it was your responsibility to go ahead and say something, but you've maybe been in their position before, you've been their age before. It's like you didn't actually expect them to take it because you know that they're not mature enough to do so. But that in the long run, they would see that you not only were intuitive, that you've definitely experienced something like it before, but that you were definitely just coming to them in absolute honesty and trying to help them in the situation. The challenge here is this person's ego or pride. I feel like they want to reach out to you to tell you what's going on, but they're almost afraid to tell you were right. It's like they're afraid that you're going to say, see, I told you so. I don't think you would. I don't think you would, I don't think that you wanted to be right. You just didn't want to see this person hurt. And at the same time, understanding, this person is grown. They can make their own decisions, and they're going to do what they're going to do in the moment. So I don't necessarily feel like this person is reaching out just yet. They're thinking about doing it though, because I think where they're at is just so intense. And, first of all, they're already not a practical person, right? Like they weren't really thinking about themselves. They weren't, reasoning when it came to this person. And that's why I feel like they're really young, you know what I mean? And probably even younger than the person that they took off with. They couldn't see the things that you did. Now, whoever they were dealing with, I think that you had the opportunity of getting to know. And you felt like this person played a lot of games, like that they would make it sound like they've been through more than they have. And they also could have kind of done something to you here where it's like, they were expecting you to also be on board and do something for them, kind of like this child. I don't know. You could have seen where, they were kind of like, this is the type of person that runs around and is a victim to everything, but they're leaving out parts of the story. You get what I'm saying? Like they're like, it's like, oh, well, my family doesn't talk to me. They disowned me. They're horrible people. They leave out the part where they are literally so fucking disrespectful and so ungrateful that their family has actually given up on them. They didn't disown them. They just gave up. It's like something I'm really feeling deeply like you really tried to warn this person about their own energy. It wasn't even about the other person. You didn't have beef with the other person. I think you saw who they were from a mile away. And that's who they are, you can't change people. But I think you just tried to have an honest conversation with this person or tell this person, where they were overstepping boundaries with you for another person. And I feel like here they chose to literally leave you, wondering if they were okay. Because this is a card around confusion. Like so many things could be happening to this person. The problem for you is that that there was partial intent here. They also wanted to hurt you with them leaving because you said something they didn't agree with or you called them out on something. Either way, whatever was said was brought to the other person, and this person basically talked someone into cutting you off to go deal with them, and now they're paying for the fucking consequences of that, Tell me about the person that this person's dealing with. The Two of Cups, Death, the Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. Yeah. This, if this hasn't happened yet, this is what's about to happen. Somebody you really care about is in love with is just going to end things with them to go be with someone else, realistically. Now, what I kind of get here, and this is a little fucked up or twisted, you should, even though this person did hurt you, even though they chose someone else, and I feel like you expected this to happen because it's a reflection of something that, like I said, you did during that age or something you couldn't be told back then. I think that they're going to come around and you need to really show up emotionally for them. They're starting to realize that it was you who loved them, that it was you who was trying to care for them, that you were coming from a place of love. But they actually had to experience this person doing this. And it's like, you could have seen this coming. It could have been a situation that you knew this person did in the past with other people or something. But somebody here really is ending a connection with somebody who's truly in love with them just to fuck off and go literally end up with someone else. And that's the thing is they found somebody better to depend on. Whoever this Queen of Swords is not good enough anymore. They're not good enough. They're not coming to the table with what this person wants. They found somebody that can give them more. And now your child, your friend, your little cousin, somebody here is about to get discarded. And unfortunately, it's a lesson that they had to learn. There was no way you could stop it. And you could have even been expecting this, you know? Several weeks before it all really went down, this person started acting different and they didn't want to listen to anything that you were saying. And you know what I mean? Somebody else really did get in their head, though, like they were going to do better for them, that they would be able to provide for them in some type of way. And really what ended up happening is this Queen of Swords was putting in all of this labor and all of this work just for another motherfucker to just step all over them. And now they're about to move on to the next victim. Kind of get that they could be dealing with an Aries, a Scorpio, or a Taurus person. And, this is going to be really rough for them because this person is genuinely in love with this other person. I mean, to the point where they would sacrifice their own needs to pacify this person. This could be their first love. You know what I mean? And it's a terrible, experience as a first love. They really weren't expecting this, though. In their mind, you were dead wrong and the other person was never going to let them go. Feel really sad. Now I'm kind of getting like when someone comes back around, it's just going to like break whoever they're coming to's heart, because how fucking dare you? You know what I mean? How fucking dare you? And I mean, we can't look at the other person like that, like they're a monster. But sometimes, people got to take a lesson. They gotta learn how to protect themselves. They need to learn how to listen to the people that care about them. They need to learn, And that's exactly what this is. I think that this person felt like this was their soulmate, that they found someone finally exactly like them, someone who could understand them. And they're starting to realize now that they ain't shit like this motherfucker. And thankfully, I feel like this is going to be really, really tough to deal with, though. You're talking about somebody who essentially is now abused and coming home or coming back to you. But it's so hard for them. They have to swallow their pride to do this. For some of you, this person's not even leaving them. They are just hurting them all of the time. And finally, this Queen of Swords is about to reach out to you for help because they need to get away from this person. They feel like, that connection's not there anymore, or it's just not enough, that it's best to walk away. So it's either somebody is leaving them or they just cannot deal with the pain in the situation anymore, and they are going to beg for help. Not even beg. I want to say they're going to come to you for help because they don't know what else to do here. Some of you could be pissed off that somebody did this, and you have to relate back to what I said. At some point in time, you were in their position. You would have done the same thing, and you need to respect them that way. What's the advice here? Justice, Libra energy, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Sun, Leo energy. Some of you, the advice is to I think do the right thing here. There's somebody here that, I think you have to look at them in an objective way where it was fair for them to want to go out and do their own thing here. It's like there's something about like their age group or where they were at personally. This person, though, I think that when they do come around, I want to say that you got to give them a fair chance on getting it back together here and giving them optimism here. I feel like, this person just needs your help. and it's like, I actually think this person returning will also make you happy. I think that, you've wanted nothing more than to be able to make this situation right with this person, but at the same time understanding that they did need their own freedom and independence, and to go try to find what it is that will make them happy. Sometimes, especially if this is your child, sometimes our kids are going to turn on us because they need to learn a lesson about that. Sometimes people have to go out there and find out who really is fucking with them, who really loves them, and who really cares. The thing here is, this person had to learn a lesson about not being dependent, because we can think, hey, this other person was completely dependent on their energy, but there was something with this person where they felt needed. And that's what kept them in this. They like when people depend on them, and they had to learn this lesson that people shouldn't be doing that in order for them to have anything that's fair, to be in something that really is balanced. They need to be independent. There's just something like they have learned the lesson here. So in the advice, I would show up for this person. Maybe they did you wrong, but I feel like there's a lot of different parts to this, because I think this person also felt hurt by you. Maybe we have to look in the future as to how we gave that information. Did we give it the right way? I think a lot of you did, though. You really came from a place where you were just being honest. You weren't being hurtful. You got to think about the last time that you were absolutely obsessed with a person. Could anybody tell you shit? No. So I do feel like there is someone returning. They've been through it. And the last thing they really need to hear is, I told you so. Just show up for them in the way that you were trying to originally. You know what I mean? Like, they've definitely already learned their lesson about a person here. Yeah. I don't know. I think this will be really painful for you to find out. I think that you tried to tell them up front that things would work out like this, but a little bit in your heart, you were praying that other person wouldn't do that, and that things actually would work out here. Just for the emotional aspect of this person, a part of you prayed that you were dead wrong about this other person, and that they genuinely did care for the person that you care for, Some of you might think, it's like, I think some of you are hurt by the whole situation, and you may want to make this person eat it. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, you want it to be over there, so make it work. That would be the wrong move. They're not in a situation to make it work, and they do need your help. Remember that people are allowed to make mistakes as long as they come back correct. Hey, you were right, and I'm sorry, and I really need your help. The last thing you want to do is make that shit about you. All right, I'll see you guys soon.